We are back here on SportsLine. Great to have you with us. Be with you for about another 15, 16 minutes or so. Back to the phones. Danny's on line too. Good evening, Danny.
Hey, John. I appreciate you taking my call.
Well, thanks for calling in, man. What's on your mind tonight?
Well, I appreciate the job that you and Steve do. I really think a lot of you guys. I think you're two of the best that we've had in Nashville forever. I'm one of these old school guys. I'll be 64 next month, and I just, we just disagree, I guess, on this Cam Newton thing.
That's fine. That's fine. That's no problem.
Just because, some of us guys, older guys, feel a certain way about sportsmanship and things. We're not all a bunch of redneck racists, because we feel like this. I've heard it mentioned, that a lot of the older guys, they don't mind a black athlete, as long as he's good and everything, if he's not too uppity. Well, that's just not how I think, and I don't think that's how most of us guys over 60 think. I'm just beginning to wonder, though, what is y'all's definition? And when I say y'all, I mean as sportscasters. What is y'all's definition of sportsmanship?
Right.
I just.
Well, let me help you there, Danny, real quick. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I agree with a lot of what you're saying about sportsmanship, because this is how we've been taught. This is how, our parents taught us, our coaches taught us. You're humble in victory, you're gracious in defeat. You always shake hands with the other team. You always deflect praise to the other team. And, a guy like Peyton Manning's been a master at that for years. My point is, I understand a lot of what you're saying, and I understand that you feel that professional athletes should be that way. But my point is, Cam Newton doesn't think like you, doesn't think like me, doesn't think like the guy down the street. Probably doesn't think like his head coach or some of his teammates. Yeah. I respect the fact, even if I don't like everything he does, I respect the fact that he'll come out and say, look, this is what I'm doing. Yep, I own everything I do. I own everything I did. And, I'm not changing. Now, he may change down the road. So my point is, there's no sense getting all upset about it, because you're not going to change him, A, and B, he's not going anywhere for a while.
Well, listen, John, I understand what you're saying, and he may change later. Well, then that means he was wrong today. I don't understand that. This is all going to blow over, in a few weeks and everything. I'm not just, this is not something that's keeping me up at nights, but
right.
I just wish, there was more sportsmanship, and, if this is the way he says, this is the way he is, well, I guess that's the way he is.
That's why I suggested, didn't order, I suggested, you need to get over it. And I know that ruffled a lot of feathers, and that's fine. That's what sports talk is supposed to be about. That's what sports debate is supposed to be about. And, a gentleman like yourself to call up this show and say, hey, John, I don't agree with what you have to say, and here's why. I love that. I can do this all day. We don't have to agree on everything. We can still be cool, right?
Exactly. That's exactly right. And again, I just want to express again, that just because, we're over 50 or over 60, it doesn't, and we feel like this, it doesn't make us prejudiced or that we think, a certain athlete is uppity because he's like that. That's not the case at all, I have no respect for Johnny Manziel at all, and so many others, so I just want to express, I can't say that enough, that we're just not, we're not a bunch of redneck racists when we feel this certain way,
Right, it's just how you feel.
We've grown up, that way with sportsmanship, and
sure.
And so I appreciate it, John.
Hey, thanks so much for calling. Please call back anytime you like. Great to hear from Danny tonight. All right. He is the guy we've been talking about the entire hour. He is Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton.
Ron said Denver 2 years ago had a tough time. They bounced back. Did you take that to heart when he told you after the game?
No. Can you put a finger on why Carolina did not play the way it normally plays?
Got outplayed.
Is there a reason why?
Got outplayed, bro.
Was there anything Denver did defensively that, I mean, I know you'd seen them, studied them. Was it pretty much what you had seen on film? Was there anything different you think they put in for this game?
Nothing different.
Cam, do we sometimes, I mean, I know football players don't forget, but do we sometimes forget that defenses can still take apart any offense in this game?
Evan Mathis at podium 14.
No.
And what did Coach tell you guys after?
He told us a lot of things.
Anything in particular that's memorable?
Nope.
Obviously, you're disappointed. You've won tremendous games before, and I know you've had some tough losses too. I mean, since this is on the biggest stage, it's difficult. I know.
Can you put into words the disappointment that you feel?
Did you see anything that you didn't expect today?
They just played better than us. I don't know what you want me to say. It's like they made more plays than us, and that's what it come down to. I mean, we had our opportunities. It wasn't nothing special that they did. We dropped balls, we turned the ball over, gave up sacks, threw errant passes. That's it. They scored more points than us.
Can you put into words the disappointment you feel right now?
We lost.
Yeah, on that fumble, was there, when you were looking at the ball, you thought that you were trying to pick it up and extend the play, or is that why you didn't hit the deck hard?
No.
Did they ever change anything defensively to take away your running lanes?
No.
I know you're disappointed not just for yourself but your teammates, because you guys talked about how you are a band of brothers coming in. And it's got to be real tough for everybody in that locker room.
All right, there you have it. That's what everybody's been talking about all week. Cam Newton in his post-game press conference after Super Bowl 50. Obviously, visibly disappointed. His team didn't get the job done. Not a good game for himself. Meanwhile, on the other side, here's a little bit of what Peyton Manning had to say. The Broncos quarterback and former UT Vol getting his second Super Bowl ring and probably his last NFL game.
Well, no, they're certainly different, but it's a special feeling. I certainly know how hard it is to get here. It takes a lot of hard work, and you got to have some good fortune, and so we were very grateful to be here, to be in this game, to play in the 50th Super Bowl, and certainly to be victorious. It's very special. We beat a great football team tonight. Got a lot of respect for Coach Rivera and their team. Their defense was stout, just like I thought they were. Their defensive line was very impressive and gave us fits all night, but our defense was even better, and they've been great all season, and they showed that tonight as well.
Hey, is this your last game in the NFL, Tate?
What's that?
Is this your last game in the NFL?
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. Like I said, Tony Dungy, who I spoke with, I communicated with him last night when he got in the Hall of Fame, and that was very special. But I talked to him last week, and he called me and said, I need to talk to you, and said that he got some good advice from, Dick Vermeil, and I think maybe Bill Cowher as well, and, about not making an emotional decision one way or the other. And so I thought that was good advice, to kind of let this sink in. It's been an emotional week, emotional night, and the night's just beginning. I look forward to celebrating with my friends and family, and I think I'll take some time after that, and like I said, I'm going to kind of enjoy tonight, take it one step at a time.
Hey, I ask you, obviously, we've been with you the last two. They were not pleasant situations afterwards, talking to you, but those hurt, the losses to the Saints and the Seahawks. What does this one mean to you tonight? I know you've experienced it before.
Well, like I said, it's a great feeling. It's a great sense of accomplishment for this team. We've been through a lot this year. This team's been unselfish, tough, resilient, and I think all that was on display tonight. So I got a chance to talk to the team last night, and I just kind of thanked them for letting me be a part of the journey. It's truly been a team effort, and it was a team win tonight.